Why'd you even call me up when I never wanna see ya? I'm just on my way back home, little drunk and alone, but I'd rather click ya. Even though it's Friday night and I got no plans tomorrow, I could use a bam bam bam, but it's not from you, cause I'm not that hollow. Baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your truth, you're just cruel. I swear anything's better than you. Catch you on the flip side, catch you on the flip side. So goodbye. Funny how it works sometimes. Yeah, we kinda hit it off at first. Checking every bar in town, all the sleepless nights until things got worse. You're so manipulative, trying to convince me of the shit, but it didn't work on me. So, baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be, let it be. Forget your lies, forget your ties. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your hair, your dead eye stare. I swear anything's better than you. Get you on the flip side, get you on the flip side. So goodbye.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to another off-season video. You join me. It's Thursday the 3rd of July. Guys, I cannot believe it's July. Like, what in the world? We're literally halfway through the year. Like, the first half of this year just went by so quickly. I'm sure it just felt really quick for me because obviously I spent the entire fucking 6 months of this year and more on prep, but it's just crazy. I feel like I blinked and we're halfway through 2025 and next year's a big year. I'm getting married. I'm turning 30. I know, I'm as shocked as you are that I'm going to be 30 because I think I look about 12. But anyway, it's madness. But yeah, it is, like I said, it's Thursday. It's been a good week. Obviously, if you tuned into last week's video, you kind of know how the off season, how the reverse started for me, which was pretty fucking shaky. You know, obviously I ran out of my T3. We ended up having to pull my food down super, super low. But at the end of last week's video, I did manage to get my hands on T3 again. So we put that back in. And since then, my body has been, she's been responsive. She's been responsive. So I believe I came up to a high weigh-in of 134.7 last Wednesday. And today, now Thursday, so what, 8 days later, I was 129.1. My weight has just been dropping every single day, even though every day we've been increasing my food. So literally on Tuesday when I checked in with Christian, we went back up to my baseline diet that he had set for me, like before the whole debacle happened, which was like 275 carb on a training day. Then yesterday he added 25 carb. And then today when my weight dropped again, he added 50. So I'm now 350 carb on a training day, 40 fat, and then 300 carb on a rest day and 50 fat. So I think a lot of people might be like, oh, I bet you're really happy, like your weight is staying down, but I'm honestly not happy about it in the slightest. Like, I'm 2.5 weeks post show. I'm the same weight that I was on show day. That shouldn't be happening. Like, the longer my body weight is here, the less time I'm recovering and the less time I can actually get healthy again and grow, which is obviously my biggest priority right now. And you know, because my weight has been dropping, and my body is obviously super depleted. Like I feel all this diet symptoms, like my sleep has gotten shit again. I slept so badly last night. Like I knew I was going to drop because I was awake from like 3 a.m. So I'm kind of like in tune with my body. And even this morning when I was looking at myself, I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm so lean. Like I bent over and I could see my hamstrings and like all the lines. But also because I've come off drugs, I've kind of lost that like fullness. So in my mind, I just look small and skinny, which, you know, post show, I want to be full. I want to be feeling healthy again. So I'm very desperate to get that weight back up now. Like, you know, I would maybe like to be like 140 in the next like 5 weeks, because that's when I'm going to Ibiza. Like if I went to Ibiza for my hen party like this, I just look so small and sad. So, you know, I think when it comes to post show, you've kind of got like two groups of people. There's the people who their weight goes up super quick, and then there's the people who their weight just doesn't move, and like maybe they're doing things to make that happen. But I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm eating the food, but my body is just like, nope, I'm gonna stay here. And I'm like, please don't stay here, because it really doesn't feel good. Like the goal is now no longer to be shredded. The goal is to grow, and I certainly ain't growing in the state that I'm in. So I'm hoping with this big bump of food today, hopefully we'll see a little bit of like stabilization and I'll feel a little bit better too. But anyway, it is what it is. I'll show you guys some of my food today. Not that it's necessarily going to change much, but what I am going to show you guys in this week's video is my first off-plan meal of the off season, I guess. Like obviously I've eaten off plan after my shows, but this week me and Shane have a date night planned, and I'm actually so excited. Not even about the food, I'm actually pretty indifferent about the food. I'm just so excited to get dressed up and like look cute and feel good. Obviously when I went out after my shows, I was like still covered in the tan, and you low-key just look like, I don't know, a lady of the night. So I'm excited to actually just like look pretty and just enjoy some time with Shane one-on-one, just the two of us. So that should be nice. So yeah, I will show you guys like how I'm navigating that in this reverse phase, because it is a bit different to how I do it when I'm full-blown off season, where I just go out and eat and I don't really think about it. Like, yes, I want my weight to go up, but I still want to be somewhat careful, and I'm still conscious of the fact that my body is quite sensitive. So I'm going to be smart about it, and I'm going to be sensible about it, and that's just how I personally want to approach it. Again, if you're post-show, do whatever you want, do what feels right for you. But yeah, I'm definitely hungry this morning, which is a good thing, because if I wasn't hungry on 350 carb, it doesn't give me a lot of runway to bring my food up over the next couple of weeks and months. So I think a lot of people want hunger to be gone post-prep, but it's not. It's actually probably going to be worse. But you have months and months and months of pushing that food up, so try and embrace the hunger and like think about how it's making you excited for your meals. So obviously I put my rice on earlier, prepped my creamy for later, which I showed you guys. Got a new like wehre stirrer. It's way stronger than the one I had before, so it actually worked properly and there's no clumps. I was like, oh, this is what one that works properly is like. And aside from that, today is also an exciting day because I have my first session of my new training program. So my training is changing, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys like in a later video about like what my training's looking like, why we're doing it the way we're doing it. But today I'll just bring you through the session. I'm so like, the plan came through yesterday and I was like, oh my God, I'm literally so excited. Like I was like a kid on Christmas. So there's definitely some different things in it that I've not done before, stuff that I've avoided because I thought I wasn't good at it. And I'm so excited to get good at those things and basically just get fucking massive. So yeah, I'm gonna go home now. It's actually so hot. Like it's only 8:30 in the morning and it's hot as shit. But I've got my tan back. The Milano tan has definitely worked a treat. So I will catch you guys back at home for breakfast. Of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a comment, tell me if there's anything you guys want to see, and I will chat to you very soon. See ya. Okay, back from the walk. Usual brekkie, bagel, peanut butter jam, and then I also have 130 grams of banana. So this is the pre-workout meal. I believe today I'm doing, what is it? I need to check. None of my sessions have like normal names because they all have like slightly different things, but I believe it is quad strings, hams, and a little bit of back. Okay, this is post-production Emma. I've just realised I did in fact say quad strings. Quad strings! Just, I'm still not functioning very well, clearly. So I'm doing a little bit of upper, but like it's very minimal. So yeah, I have to say I'm really enjoying the having 3 rest days a week. It's glorious right now. I might change my tune when I'm in prep, but I have to do 3 rest days of like low food, but you know, I can do anything. So I'm gonna dig into this. I'm training in elements, so I will take you guys along with me for this first session. I'm so excited, even though I feel kind of shit and I'm quite tired. Obviously, because it's my first time doing the session, I'm not going to go in and absolutely like annihilate myself. Like I have to film everything and just make sure everything looks good. But yeah, I'm literally not like a fresh training program to get you fucking hyped. All right, we have just pulled up to the gymnasium. I actually managed to get a parking place, which is good because in the last few months, Elements, it's crazy. Like there's just never anywhere to park. Anyway, it's because there's loads of like other stuff around here. But it's not even a summer thing. It's been like that for months. Anyway, so like I said earlier, today is quads, hamstrings, and back. So what do I have on the menu? It actually doesn't look like too bad of a session. I say that now, but like I will probably die. So start with lying hamstring curl, 2 sets. Then hyperextension, so 45-degree hip extension for 2 sets. However, I generally hate that exercise because I always think that I can't feel my glutes and my hamstrings take over. However, I have it as a hamstring exercise, so I think mentally that will help me. And I'm supposed to like dead stop it at the bottom of each rep. So it's going to be interesting. I know that's one that I'm going to get a lot of feedback on. 2 sets of 5 to 8. So like super fucking low rep. A lot of low rep stuff, which I haven't done in ages. Again, this training is very different, but I'm low-key very excited. 2 sets of leg extension for 8 to 12. 2 sets of single leg press, but a quad biased one, so like foot low on the platform. 2 sets of 8 to 12. Did I say that? I can't remember. 2 sets of the prime total hip abduction. So you'll see the machine that I'm going to use. It's like the standing one, which again, I've tried to use that for kickbacks before and I was like, I don't vibe with this. So I'm interested to see how it's going to feel as like an abduction for like upper glute. So I'm supposed to like stand up straight and do it. And then 2 things for back. So 2 sets of pull downs and then 2 sets of chest supported row. So yeah, I actually think it'll be okay. I'm going to be smart because again, obviously with it being a lot of lower rep stuff, like my body is not used to that. And I'm still fucking stage weight. I'm not about to go in and try and get an injury. So I am going to leave a rep or 2 in the tank. I want to make sure my form, like the biggest thing for me right now is form and making sure that is perfect because there's things I know I'm doing wrong, which is why I have weaknesses. Like that's why my glutes aren't as big as they could be. So I'm really excited to like figure that one out. And then I also have some prep work to do. So I have to do a side lying pelvic decompression. So you saw me do that this morning, the thing where I was lying on the foam roller. It's supposed to help like kind of almost realign my pelvis a little bit so that I think to make it more like more anteriorly pelvic tilted, because I tend like if I stand straight, I have like a flat ass because I stand with a I stand with an anterior pelvic tilt, but I want it to be posteriorly tilted to actually be able to use my glutes a little bit more. And it's also meant to help with making my waist look smaller. So again, it's just interesting. So I'm going to do that before every session and then also on rest days. And then a heel elevated toe touch and a heel elevated dumbbell RDL. So I will show you guys. All right, let's go get into it. I'm tired, but it's fine. It's all fine.
I would recommend as
right, that was the session done. It was good. Some different things that I haven't done before, so I'm ready to get absolutely roasted and corrected, but that's good because that's how we learn. It took me a while because when you're filming every set with your phone and also for YouTube, it just adds a bit of time. So I know that they'll be quicker in the future. So I'm just having my next meal, chicken and rice, some pineapple. I'm actually really hungry, which is good. I have some calls this afternoon, have some work to do. Typical fucking Thursday. I'm not really gonna have time to sunbathe, but it's okay. I'm getting a pretty good tan just from going out on my walks, although my lower body is not quite as tanned, but it's all good. But yeah, I was just kind of being careful in the gym. Like I said before, I'm basically at stage weight. I'm not trying to injure myself in this first week of this training program. So, you know, just being wise. So I'm gonna send over all my training clips now and get some feedback. Exciting. Okay, I just got off a call with my wonderful coach Zoe, who works under me. So nice to catch up. Oh my god, catch up with her and chat. She's an absolute legend. If you're ever interested in working with her as well as part of Excellence Coaching, space is linked down below. I then ran downstairs and had my next meal, which I forgot to film. I was making it and I was like, fuck, I forgot my camera, and I was honestly not arsed to come back upstairs and get it. So it was just a Weetabix cheesecake with banana. And I'm pretty fucking full afterwards. And now I have another call in 5 minutes with a new client. So yeah, this is the reality. It's not always just sunbathing in the afternoon. I actually do work. And then I just have some like admin bits to do. I have to reply to my accountant who I've been ignoring for the last month. Oopsie. And then a bit more work for the rest of the evening and then chill at some point. I also have to walk to the shop to get 1 or 2 things for my dinner, which I forgot to get earlier. It's just been a busy day. It's been a busy day, but it's been a good day. A good, productive day. And I'm just hoping with more food going in today that I'll actually get a decent night's sleep tonight. That's all manifested for me. Also, I wanted to wear my hair down, but it's just so fucking hot. It's just so hot and sweaty. Like, I literally have the aircon on all of the time. Also, when I was in the gym, my fucking... Can you see it? Focus. My fucking nail, like, broke. So now every time I get caught in things, it's, like, ripping. It's so painful. But it's fine. I'm gonna get them refilled on Saturday. Or no, tomorrow. I'm getting them refilled tomorrow. So, although I feel like it's gonna be really painful when she has to, like, take it off and fix it. But anyway. I live...
Feel like fuck.
Okay, busy afternoon of calls done, and it's time for no, it's not time for my final meal. It's time for meal 4, and you know I'm not that hungry when pasta comes out, like 3 weeks into the reverse. I know my appetite will start to pick up, but we've got 100 grams pasta, steak, and then I put 10 grams of olive oil on it. I never use olive oil as a fat source, but I was like, what fat source can I put on this? And I wasn't going to put almond butter on it, so olive oil it is. I can't do cheese because if I do cheese, I'm a bloat. and Matt's telling me ain't gonna be happy. But yeah, it's been a really busy day, but like a nice day. Had a really nice call with a new client who's coming on board. Love just chatting, especially if she wants to compete in wellness. If you want to compete and you want to compete in wellness especially, hit me up. I've been reviewing some of the videos that are going up on my channel over the next little while that I got done by videographers. So that's really it. And then I'm going to go out for a walk after because I have a couple of steps to do. And I know I'm going to need a bit of a digestion walk after this. So I'm going to chill, going to eat this. I'll catch you guys for the final meal. There's so many flies. Love the summer. Hate the flies. The eternal battle. I know nobody who's at home feels sorry for me, but I feel sorry for me. All right, we're back from our walk with our son. He's here. You can't see him. He's already gotten so much better at walking. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And I'm having my creamy. So you saw me prep this earlier. I used the tiramisu before, which is delicious. Peanut butter. And then I have a Rice Krispie Squares bar for some extra carbs, which I brought home like multiple packets of these from the UK. So they've been going in a treat because they're just easy to eat. So yeah, I'm really excited for this because this one is like, it bangs. Also tip, if you have a creamy, after you do the first spin, use a spoon or a knife to like scrape all the ice down because then you don't get loads of ice at the bottom. Makes a huge difference. 10 out of 10. So it's Gossip Girl, food, chill for the evening. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. I probably won't film a whole lot tomorrow because I'm not going to have 2 training sessions in this because filming for YouTube and filming all of my sets on my phone was a hassle today. But I'll show you guys what I have, what I do. Because I do want to go through like how I'm going to manage my off-plan meal on Saturday, which I'm really excited for. Yeah, really excited for. Catch you tomorrow, although it will be the same video for us today. Good morning, how are you? Thank you so much for sending me across the update. So yeah, the leg DOMs, I mean look, it's obviously classic post deload. They are just going to be a little bit sorer, a little bit more inflamed, but that's to be expected at this point. And you know, to be honest, very, very happy with where we're at. Obviously we have seen body weight, it is down on average this week, but it's also kind of holding slightly. So just with that, I am going to go ahead and make a change, which to be fair, I've not made an adjustment for ages for you. So body has been just dropping really, really well on what we've been running, but I have, so just to run you through the adjustments, it's just a food for now. So I've basically pulled out the oats from meal 1 on both days. So it would just be kind of like protein powder, berries and dark chocolate. But what I've also done is, if you want to do now like post-workout, for post-workout, so meal 2 and then also meal 2 on a rest day, I've put in oats as an alternate. So like, I know because at the moment we have obviously Cocoa Pops and the Rice Krispie Squares bars, which, you know, as hunger does get a little bit higher, they're not going to be as satiating. And I think like with how lean you're getting, you know, we don't need to worry about like your insulin sensitivity. Like you'll be able to digest oats post-workout, and then obviously on a rest day it just might be a bit nicer for you. So I've put those in there, and so that's really the only change. So it's what, like a 25 carb reduction. So yeah, let's do it. Let's get shredded, and then I believe you're going to check in with me again on Sunday. Am I right? All right, it's Friday. Happy freaking Friday. And weight went up today. Thank fuck. Thank fuck. So I was 130.4 this morning. So what's that, like 1.2 pounds up? And like, I've never been so happy to get on the scale and see it go up. Like, yeah, needed, bruv, needed. Like 130 is just so far below my happy place. And I definitely feel a little bit better today for it. So that's good. Checked in. I think I look better too. Like I don't look as small, sad and skinny. Did a bit of work. I've got something exciting coming for you guys, which I'm getting finalized this weekend. And then I was just getting started with a new client setup. And then Samson, Shane and I had one of Samson's lessons. So Samson's in school right now. We just started training him because he's somewhat good, but he has things that he could work on. So things like his recall, his walking, but even just with one lesson, he's gotten a lot better. He used to be really bad for like, if another dog was walking towards him, like lying on the ground and not moving, but that's pretty much been solved, which makes for walks being a lot nicer. So yeah, I'm excited. He's going to be the best fucking behaved dog ever. He is very good, but he gets excited, but obviously he's only a little puppy and I don't think he realizes how big he's getting. I was looking at my highlight yesterday that I have of him when he was a puppy. We got him, he was literally that size, and now he's, Samson, come here. Now, he's huge. I can barely lift him up. Oh my God, he's so big. He is so big. So yeah, we have lessons with him twice a week with the trainer. The trainer's really nice. And then I just came back and prepped some bits for today. So I've got my rice on in the rice cooker. Pro tip, if you're cooking rice in a rice cooker, put chicken stock cube in it. It tastes so good. I don't do that in prep because of the sodium, but like there's like no calories and it just makes it taste delicious. Got my creamy prep for later, and then I also just prepped my Weetabix cheesecake for later as well. I made one the other day and then accidentally put it in the freezer. And I ate that yesterday and like it was quite stodgy. I was like, okay, don't do that in future. So it's in the fridge. And now we're gonna go out for our actual walk with Samson. And then I'm gonna train glutes and delts, which should be a fun session. So I'm not going to take you guys to the gym, obviously. Food's the same, thank God. I was like, please don't put my food up again. And yeah, we're just going to have a nice chill Friday. I'm getting my nails done later. The nail broke off, so yeah, that needs to be fixed. It was, you know, when it's more painful when it's like snapping off, but like once it's off, it's fine. And I'm excited to get like colourful. Like I kind of know what vibe I want to go for because the French are boring. They're boring. I want something a bit more fun so that they're all cute for my date night tomorrow. All right. I'm gonna go on a walk. I'll catch you guys later. Okay, I never talk about my supplements. So I'm gonna talk about my supplements that I take. So every day I always do omega-3 fish oils. I'm still doing Support Max. Again, I think I did mention this before, but since the anabolics that I would have been taking take a couple of weeks to clear out of your system, still just taking that to support my liver, my kidney, everything like that. Obviously omega-3s are just important for your brain, your heart, your lungs, but also your hormones too. Like we need those fatty acids. And then I also take folic acid. I believe he advised me to take this just based on my blood work during prep. So he did tell me what it was for. I think it was maybe like ALT or AST. Oh. Oh my God. And then I also do creatine, which I always put in my pre. So because I used to be like, okay, I'll take like a stim-based pre on leg days, but then you start training legs 4 days a week and all of a sudden you're slamming like a really heavily caffeinated pre 4 days a week. So because now I'm post-show, I'm trying to chill out a little bit and bring my body into a little bit less of a stress state. I'm trying to just reduce stimulant intake. So I've been doing a non-stim, but most non-stim pre-workouts that are like drinkable, I fucking hate because they're so gritty. I think it's because of it's either like the citrulline or the beta alanine or something in it. But this is the raw pump. This is so good. This is the strawberry lemonade flavor. Oh my God, it's delicious. So I'll do a scoop of this and then I'm not going to go like caffeine free because I'm not there yet, but I'll just do like an espresso because that's less caffeine than like the defib that I would take. And then I always put my creatine in my I put my creatine in my pre because I'm going to drink this quite soon. So with creatine, it does become destable in water. So you shouldn't leave it in your intra and like leave it in your intro for 2 hours and then it will like break down. So I'm gonna drink this in like 10 minutes anyway. And then intra, I have more raw. Sponsor me. As of. These are just the EAs and kiwi blueberry. They're delicious. So I just do a scoop of those. I knew when we moved into this house that it was meant for us because it came with these funnels. It's like our landlord knew there's going to be some bodybuilders here. They're going to need funnels. So always do that. I feel like that was the most boring clip ever. Me trying to educate. But I'm going to have this. I'm going to go and train glutes. So what am I doing today? I believe I'm doing... Where did I put my phone? Today I have hip thrusts for 2 sets of 5 to 8. Haven't done that in a long time. Dumbbell RDL for 1 set of 6 to 10. Front foot or contralateral loaded Bulgarians for 1 set of 6 to 10. Abductor or adductor 2 sets. Abductor 2 sets. And then 1 set of shoulder press and 2 set of lateral raises. So that probably shouldn't take me too long. But again, it's like a new session, so it's going to take me some time to like figure it all out. And again, I'm keen to hear because dumbbell RDLs, I hate them. Like I actually hate them because I never have felt them properly. But that's kind of why I'm happy that they're in my program because I want to learn how to do them. Like it's so funny. I feel like I'm like a kid in school again, like learning how to do everything fresh with my training. And I'm excited to just basically get massive. Obviously the volume is quite low, which again, I'm fucking post show. So I assume that will go up in time, but either way, I'm excited to see the heavy hip thrusts. That's going to be different. You know, I haven't done it's again, like a lot of this training is it kind of goes against what I have thought for a long time. I was always like, yeah, high reps for legs, but this is a bit different. And again, I've been training that way for years. So it'll be interesting to see what a slightly new training modality and style, like what it looks like and how I grow. So yeah, I feel a lot better today going into the session. I mean, I was dragging ass yesterday, so I'm actually excited to go and train, which is good. Also the fit, how cute is she? I don't know if you can even see because of the lighting. I'm in my pink era. Obviously it's dark sport. Okay. I'll catch you guys after the gym because I'm not bringing you to the gym today. Okay. I'm back from the gym from what I can only describe as the most humid, sweaty session of my life. Literally, as soon as I was in the gym, I was like drenched in sweat. And then I checked and it's 71% humidity. So that's just stunning. But it's fine. It's fine. Definitely some different movements in the training. So I'm keen to get feedback on all of it and just see what I can do better and learn how to do better. But I'm just making my next meal, which is chicken and rice. And if y'all saw the full day of eating video, one thing that I showed you guys my vegetable chopper. So what I did is I like chopped up shit tons of veggies. And I think when a lot of people think about meal prepping, they think like they need to prep all these separate meals. But obviously I work from home. Like it doesn't really bother me to cook. But doing this has definitely saved me a lot of time. So I've got all my like onions, pepper, my cabbage. It's all chopped up. It's all ready to go. And then I just need to like scoop it out. So it's like, it's not meal prepping, but it's just like ingredient prepping, I guess. And then all I need to chop is like a bit of broccoli, my pineapple, my spring onion. My chicken's obviously in the air fryer. Like I don't personally like to meal prep chicken or like pre-cooked chicken just because I don't really like it reheated. So I'll do that fresh. Well, yeah, just a little time-saving tip for you guys. You can go by. Anyway, I'm gonna have this. And then we're going to go down and get in the sea because honestly, I feel like I need to submerge myself in water. I could have a shower, which I will obviously have a shower after I go to the beach. But I don't know, I'm kind of craving a little dip, which is obviously the nice thing about living literally right beside the ocean. So maybe take you guys along with me once I finish my food, which I am very excited for because I'm actually feeling quite hungry, which is good. That's what we want. Delicious. Also, chicken and rice from a bowl plate with a spoon. Elite. Elite. I'm excited to go to the beach. What an ideal Friday. Glutes, beach, work. Perfecto. Nails are done. I don't know if you can see them. We've gone a little summery, a little sunset. I wanted something sunsetty, so that's what we did. Traffic was fucking mental getting home, so I'm having my two last meals quite close together, but it's fine. I've got the appetite for it, so final meal is creamy, chocolate orange, creamy, with some Cocoa Pops, some peanut butter. I'm watching Pretty Little Liars. I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm obviously going to talk all about like how I'm approaching my off-plan meal tomorrow. So I won't make that portion of the video too long. I have no idea how much footage I have so far. Probably quite a lot. I'll find out tomorrow when I put all of this into Final Cut Pro. But yes, catch you guys tomorrow. It's Saturday. How we doing? So today is off-plan meal day, which I'm excited for. It's date night and I'm very much looking forward to getting dressed up and going out. And obviously this part of the video, I want to talk a little bit about like managing off-plan meals, especially in your reverse, because I do approach it a little bit differently than if I'm just full-blown off season, where I don't really think about it. I just go out and get whatever the fuck I want. But being post-show, body's still a little bit sensitive. I do still just want to be smart with it. But before I talk about that, I actually want to talk about something else, which is the scales, because I stepped on the scales this morning and it had jumped up a little bit, right? So yesterday I was 130.4 and today I was 131.9. So that was like 1.5 pounds up. And I just want to talk a bit about like the mental side of things, because definitely when it comes to reversing, that can be a really challenging part, is seeing the scales going up. And I would be lying if I said when I stood on it and saw that number, I wasn't like, oh, damn, it ain't meant to be that high, right? But I was able to kind of, talk myself down a little bit and just kind of remind myself of a few things. So the first thing is, the scales had dropped quite a lot during the week. So it was like 129.1 the other day. And I wasn't happy about that. Like, that to me was not a good thing, because that was basically the same weight as my fucking show day, which is just, that's not where I'm supposed to be at this point. Like, and even on that day, I felt so small. I felt so skinny. So I just really had to kind of remind myself, like, being a smaller weight right now or a lower weight, that doesn't necessarily correlate with me looking or feeling better, right? I'm also 3 weeks post-show. So let's take that as like 132 pounds, right? 3 weeks post-show, 3 pounds up. That's still nothing. Like, if anything, it should probably be like a little bit higher. Generally when we look at reversing out of show and recovering, you would want to see like a bit of weight gain within the first few weeks and then see that sort of stabilize if you're doing a kind of true recovery diet. Now, obviously my reverse, it has just been a bit all over the place because of the whole thyroid thing, and weight went up and then weight went down. But to be 3 pounds up at 3 weeks post show, that's, if anything, like if I was coaching a client, I would probably be like, oh, it's probably a little bit on the lower side of what I would want to see, right? Because at the end of the day, the goal right now for me is not to stay lean. Like, yes, okay, it's to stay relatively in good body composition, but it's not to stay at the same condition that I was at for my shows, because that level of body fat for me is not healthy. Like, it's actually so far from healthy that it's laughable. Like, my glutes are still striated. I still have veins in my abs. Like, even yesterday, I was getting dressed to go to get my nails done. And I remember, like, I put a top on and I was almost looking at myself like, I hate this. Like, I could see all the veins running up my arms. And I was like, as soon as I put on normal people clothes, I don't like how it looks. So I kind of just had to remind myself of that in that moment. Was like, the way I look right now, well, yeah, it might look cool at times. It's not how I prefer to look. So the scale going up is really a signal of me getting closer towards how I prefer to look. and me actually feeling better. Like at the end of the day, my sleep is still crap. Like even last night, like I keep waking up every hour or so. My energy still isn't great. You know, like I'm walking around in the day. I don't have that same sense of like drive yet. You know, even my training, like it's not still like, it's not hitting still, because I'm still so far away from that set point, which means I need to be okay with seeing the scales go up. And like, at the end of the day, the scales is going to fluctuate. I also know, like, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be up this morning because I had to eat my last 2 meals really close together yesterday. And I know I had a lot more sodium yesterday because I could feel it because I was really thirsty overnight. And even I know myself when I'm looking at myself, what I look like when I'm carrying a bit of water. And I could see it in my pictures. And like, my pictures were fine. You know, maybe I'll put the pictures up here. Like, I don't look bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still look really, really lean. Like, I kind of had to look at the pictures and be like, this is still a body that like you in your off season would be like, fuck, that's like super shredded. You know what I mean? But I kind of just wanted to say all that to say, like, it's totally normal. Like my initial instinct when I saw the scales was like, we should probably pull my food. Like, what? What are you talking about? And even I said it to Christian because he was like, you look so much better today. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, obviously did have a little bit of a, when I saw the scales, thought we should maybe pull my food down. And he was like, literally not a chance. Like, no, you're exactly where you need to be. But it's normal to have these struggles. Like, I've spent months working towards seeing that scale weight going down, and you do attach dopamine to seeing it go down. Like when you're in a deficit and it goes down, you get that reward. You're like, yay, what I'm doing is working. So that kind of like patterning in my brain is still there. You know what I mean? So like, even when, yeah, the scales dropped the other day and I was a bit like, fuck's sake, it shouldn't drop, there was still that part of me that was like, low weigh in though. And like, it's really difficult to like just get rid of that, you know, especially after such a long, intense prep. So it's such a normal struggle for people to have. And I think it's hardest at the start because it almost feels like you're just undoing all your hard work, but you're not, right? You're doing new hard work, right? Like, what's the goal for me right now? Get healthy, put body fat back on and start building muscle. Like, I'm certainly not building muscle if I'm staying at fucking 130 pounds. Like, no way. This is not a happy point for my body, but it's normal. Like, it's normal to have these thoughts. It's normal to get a bit freaked out when the scales randomly fluctuates up, and it's going to fluctuate up. It's probably going to drop back down again in the next few days, as long as I'm smart about like, well, tonight and like my sodium intake and stuff like that. But it's just the way that the cookie crumbles, right? You're going to have days it goes up. It's going to have days that it goes down. Same in a deficit, right? It never goes down, down, down consistently. It's always going to fluctuate, and you just have to be okay with it. And just, I always say, like, for me, I try my best to just let Christian worry about the scales, and I just worry about doing what I'm told to do. And if he thinks we need to change things, I will do whatever he asks me to do. And I say this to my clients all the time. I'm like, give up your worries to me. That's what I'm here for. I'm the one that has to do the worrying. You just have to execute. But, you know, the mental side of reversing, I think, is so much harder. Like, I don't know. A lot of it's hard. You know, I'm in the process of planning my post-show podcast, and I think I'm going to do like 2 separate ones, one on like the mental side and one on the physical side, because they both come with challenges. But it is a bit of a mental battle of like, okay, I know I need to do this. I know I need the scales to go up. I know I need to put body fat back on, but also it's like, it feels uncomfortable. But you just have to know that that feeling of discomfort, it does pass. You know, it takes a while, but it does pass. But yeah, I just thought it'd be like good to talk about that, because I'm kind of like, I don't want it to come across, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so fine reversing, like everything's perfect. Of course not. Like, everybody has struggles. You know, I still have times where sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, like maybe that part of me isn't as shredded, but it's like, you just have to work your way through these feelings. And again, for me, it's just constantly reminding myself, like, how I look right now is not normal. Like, it's not normal. I literally shouldn't have striated glutes. I still do. Like, if I flex them, there's lines. Not good. Not what we want, you know? I want a fat ass, not a skinny fucking striated ass. But anyway, I just thought it'd be helpful. You know, I did say like I wanted to like talk about all these things throughout the vlogs when it comes to post show. But anyway, what's my plan for today? So I've just been working this morning. Gonna walk the dog, have my breakfast. I'm getting my toes done at 11:30. And our reservation for dinner is at 5, because it's in like a beach club kind of place. So that's like the latest that they had. But also that suits me down to the ground, because low key, like, I like eating a little bit earlier. So what I'll do is I'll sit down with you guys later and just talk a little bit about like how I'm navigating the day personally, because I don't want to make this part of the video. It's already fucking 8 minutes long. So I'll talk about that, but I will catch you guys later to discuss. Okay. I'm I'm not going to make this video, like, I'm not going to make today's part of the vlog super, super long. I say that. I always say that, and then it's always a fucking lie. But y'all like the long videos. So anyway, okay. I do feel like my face is starting to look a bit more normal. I was about to say I feel like my face is looking puffy. It doesn't look puffy. It looks normal. It's still skinny for my face, but it's good. Healthy glow. I did also wash and blow dry my hair because yesterday when we were in the sea, if I go in the sea, like, I don't get in the sea, if you know what I mean. But as in, like, I don't get my head in, but a wave came and like crashed over my head, and I was like, ah, and then it was all salty, but I didn't have time to wash last night. So I washed, blow dried it. I use the, I don't have it here, Color Wow Dream Coat, which is like really good for like frizz. So it takes ages to like blow dry my hair out, but now hopefully it'll be nice and sleek for a day until I train tomorrow. Okay, that's enough chatting from me. All right, we are back from my walk. I am ready to go and get my toes done, and then I have to go to the Apple store because this morning Samson decided that his toys are not good enough, and then he wanted to eat my AirPods instead, and he fully ate them. And a girl cannot survive without headphones, so best believe I was straight on Apple, ordered a new pair, gonna go and pick them up today because yeah, I need headphones. I literally, like, it's at the point now where you can't leave anything anywhere that he could possibly get it. Which, again, my mistake, but he's never taken them from the table before. But anyway, I just wanted to talk a bit about, like, how I'm approaching my meal out this evening, how I kind of like to approach meals off plan in a reverse phase. And I want to start by saying, this is how I like to do it. I'm not saying that this is how everyone has to do it. For me personally, like, you know, when I'm deep in off season, like I said before, I'll just go out and have the meal. Like, I don't think about, you know, the calories. I don't really think about like changing things around in my day to fit for it. But because I am still reversing and, you know, my body is still somewhat sensitive, I want to be mindful and I want to feel in somewhat control of the meal out. So the way I do it is basically, first thing I do is I kind of look at the menu of the place that we're going ahead of time. So I know where we're going and I just kind of have an idea of what I'm going to want to order. Like, I do this anyway. Like, it's not like a, ooh, I'm post-show, what will I have? Like, anytime I'm going to a restaurant, I always check the menu first because I just want to see if they have stuff that I'm going to like. And so what I've done is I've gone into my MyFitnessPal and I've kind of guesstimate tracked what I think I'm going to have. So we're going to a place called La Sala by the Sea, which I wanted to go to for ages. And I know I want to get a steak. So I'm going to, like, actually, this is what I'll do. I'm going to screen record this and put it on the screen. I'm so smart. So you will see in a second. What I've done is I've kind of gone and like guesstimate tracked. So I know I want to get a steak. Now, it doesn't say on the menu how big the steaks are, but a good guess is it's probably going to be about a 6-ounce fillet steak. Like, generally that's what you're looking at. I'll know when I get there and I see it, like, I kind of know what size steaks are. And I'll also know, like, if I finish it, if I don't finish it, because I don't know if I'm going to finish all right, but just for the sake of like knowing what I'm, you know, potentially going to get, I've put that in. And then as a side, I just want to get rice. I was going to get chips, but to be honest, like, I'm not that bothered about chips. Like, who knows? I might change my mind when I get to the restaurant. And if I change my mind, I change my mind. I don't really mind too much. But I've just put in rice. I put in steamed jasmine rice, 1 cup, because usually when you go to a restaurant, it is like the little bowl of rice. That's like a cup. So again, when I get there, I might end up changing how much it is depending on like the serving size and what I finish. But I've just put that in to be safe. I know then to start, Shane and I always like to share some starters. So this place does these honey garlic chicken wings. They're so fucking good. And then they also do satay chicken. So I don't know exactly how many wings or skewers come on the dish, but a good guess is there's probably going to be 6. There'll be either be 4 or 6. So I'll either have 2 or 3 because we're going to split it, right? So that's what I've put in. And then anytime someone's like going out for a meal out, like, I'll probably get like vegetables on the side, but I don't know how those vegetables are going to come. I don't know if they're going to be like, if they've got oil on them or whatever. So just to be safe, to create a bit of a calorie buffer, I always put in about 15 grams of olive oil. Again, when I get to the restaurant and I see how the food is cooked, I might end up changing this, but I just wanted to have a rough idea of what the day is going to look like. So that puts that meal, it's probably going to be about 1,000 calories, right? So all I'm going to do for the rest of the day is just kind of plan the rest of my day around that. So I had my normal breakfast. I actually had some kiwi. For some reason, I just had a weird craving for kiwi. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to have some kiwi. So I had 85 grams of kiwi with it. Then for my lunch, usually I would have a stir fry, right? So normally I do the steak stir fry, but I'm having steak later, so I don't have steak twice. So I'm just going to do my usual stir fry, usual serving size with chicken breast, and I'll just do like a load of veggies to keep me nice and full. Our reservation is until 5, so I probably won't eat again before then because I'm going to get my nails done and then I have to go and get my fucking AirPods. I probably won't be back here until like 2 or half 2. So I'll eat that big meal and that will keep me going. Now, if the meal was later, I would probably have another meal beforehand, either like just some Greek yogurt or a protein shake or a creamy, something like that. And then also because we're going out a little bit earlier, I know when we come home, we'll probably go on a walk and then I'll want to have something else to finish off the day. I always like to have something sweet to finish off the day. And I also think it's kind of nice to have the last meal that you have after a meal off plan be something that like you're making because then you have control over it. So what I'm going to do is a creamy. So I've just put in like the protein and the almond milk. I might end up putting like peanut butter or whatever on it, depending on the calories. And what you'll see is now I've got my calories and everything tracked. I've easily hit my protein. My carbs, I'm at about 200. So there's 100 grams of carbs there. Because again, I might want to get some bread at the restaurant. I might want to get some alioli. I've left about 300 calories to spare. The fats are coming up a bit higher. They're always going to come up a bit higher. Like if you're going for a meal, like the fats are realistically going to be a little bit higher. Like I wasn't going to like not have my peanut butter at my breakfast and then I'm not going to have any oil on my meal too. So I'm still saving a lot of fats for the meal, but it just, that's kind of how I'm approaching it, right? So again, leaving some calories there, kind of guesstimate tracking it. And like, look, I might end up having a little bit extra when I'm at the restaurant, but at least I know I'm not going to be like thousands of calories over because again, like I don't want that. Like I don't want to be, you know, having massive swings in calories at the weekend and then eating like nothing during the week. Like, yes, I want to go out and I want to enjoy it. And for me, like, again, this is not really about the food. It's about going out, being with Shane, getting something made for me, enjoying it, getting dressed up. And I think when it comes to meals off plan, especially in a reverse phase, make it about that. Make it about the experience. I always advise to like have your meals off plan be foods that you go out to eat rather than making stuff yourself. Just because if you're making it yourself, it's very easy to just overeat. You know, whereas if you're in an environment where the serving size is given to you, the portion size is given to you, it's much easier to control that. So that's kind of like how I'm going to do it. So I probably won't pick you guys back up until later on, until like we're at the restaurant and stuff, because the rest of the day I'm literally just going to come home, eat, get ready, probably do a little bit of work because there's always stuff to do, or else just chill, maybe do some tanning. But that's how I'm approaching it. And again, that's how I am choosing to do this. Like, Christian didn't tell me to do this. He didn't say like you have to track it. If anything, he would probably tell me not to. But this is just, I did this in my last reverse and it worked really well. And again, it's only for a few weeks until I feel like my body is just at more of its natural set point. But you know, if you're not smart about it, like you go out, you could eat like 4,000 calories. I could easily go out and eat 4,000 calories and you will gain fat from that. Like, absolutely. And again, I want to control this reverse. I would rather be able to get my daily baseline food up rather than have to keep that kind of low because I'm going out at the weekends, eating loads, my weight is shooting up, and that's why I'm in a surplus. So again, this is just my preferred method of doing it. It's how I'm doing it. It's how I approach it. Sometimes it's how I advise clients to do it. You have to find what works for you, right? Like, it doesn't bother me to like track these things. It used to. I had to work on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to get these toes in. I'm going to get my AirPods, etc., etc. Did put like a little bit of makeup on. It's actually just like a tinted SPF, but it looks cute. It's nice. It's nice to feel like not like an absolute toad. Finished dinner. It's literally 6 p.m. We're in our grandparent era. So yeah, it was nice. it was very overstimulating, as in like it's a proper beach club, and I kind of thought the restaurant was like separate to the beach club. So we walked in and it's just like really loud, and obviously everyone's there to party, but you're not. So it's kind of, when you're not in that headspace, it's a bit like, what is going on? But the food was nice. The food was actually, the chicken wings were delicious. Honey chili is like such a good combination. Yeah, like I didn't finish the steak. Like, I think we're trying to close enough. So I'm definitely gonna be really under on carbs. So I still have my creamy toast, so I'm just gonna make up carbs, because as much as I like don't want to be super over calories, I don't want to super under eat either, because I still have to train tomorrow, and even today I've been feeling very like tired and fatigued. So, you know, I don't want to be dumb. I'm not trying to lose weight. Like, I'm not in a deficit. I'm just trying to be smart and not, you know, get too fat. But that meal was not that big, so I don't think I'm gonna get too fat from that meal. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to kind of be finished dinner so early. We really do. We like it early. So we're gonna go home, go walk our son. I can't wait to take my makeup off because it's just so sweaty and hot. And I'll show you guys what I have for my final meal, and then I will wrap up this video. And we have our creamy to finish off the day, which was only put in at like 11, so it didn't fully freeze. So it's huge. I'm gonna be so full after this. So I did creamy, and then just to make up the carbs, because like I said, I was pretty under on carbs today. I've done 20 grams of Cocoa Pops, 75 grams of banana, and then some peanut butter. So I think it's going to be delicious. It's the tiramisu flavoured way. And I'm just going to eat this, going to watch Gossip Girl, and then going to get a nice early night, ready to hit a big fucking leg day tomorrow, and hoping that I feel a bit more relaxed and refreshed. But I'm going to round out the video here. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I hope you have enjoyed. Have some fun videos coming for the next week or two. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a like, give me a comment, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.